Today I'm back working in the house track that we built on stream. I've been tinkering with the drop, and it maybe doesn't look that different from the last time I showed it to you guys, but I've made a few different changes here. I'll just play it through the drop and then kind of talk through them here. That's basically what we got through. The most notable thing is this kind of vocal chop time shaper thing we had built that we had kind of designed before, and then I have now chopped up more and put some extra effects on top of it. Sounds like this now. Basically, it was like a quick recap. We took the vocal, as you hear it there in the second repeat, and put a time shaper on it that kind of like morphed, it kind of jittered it around, kind of like made like an auto vocal chop, but it kind of chopped it up the exact same way throughout the whole thing. It didn't sound designed, I don't know, it just sounded like it kind of threw like a creative delay on it. And so, and we took that file here and just like took this beginning bit and put that in a few different spots so that there was a little bit more design here instead of it just being the plain all through, because it was kind of the whole thing just sounded like this bit. And it was like really fluctuating in volume, and it just kind of, it kept grabbing my attention in the wrong ways. It kept making me go like, what's going on back there? It doesn't feel like on purpose. And sometimes it's like really forefront, sometimes it's not. And so just having this where like it's kind of quiet in the background, and then kind of in the second half of every 4 bars, it kind of pops up and kind of grabs your attention a little bit, I think was made for a better fit. Like just those 8 bars kind of being consistent, I think makes the second 8 bars a little bit more interesting when it changes over here. And like it's very similar, but clearly just slightly different, and especially here at the end where that kind of "but I do" kind of comes through. Yeah, just I'm surprised how much that just kind of fit through the time shaper there. And then on top of what time shaper we had going on already, we just put some reverb and a compressor. Originally we were doing some panning there, and then I remembered we already did the panning. The panning was, and then as I was trying to like add a second pan shaper, I was like, man, this effect is really too strong, and I kept pulling down the mix, and it just like even at 0 it was still too strong, and I realized I already panned it. And then just EQ'd this to take out kind of the lower side of it. Without that, it's very all over. It's very forefront, and I really want this to just more be kind of a texture floating over the top. What I really want to kind of be grabbing your attention here, I think, is more just this guy. Yeah, very rhythmically interesting thing, and it was kind of getting lost. It was kind of getting lost in just all the layers of texture we had going on in this drop. And so the biggest thing I did today, I think, was pull this guy really far back in the mix. He was much more up front. This is these big chords that we start the piece with, and over here I think they were just a little bit much. They were getting in the way of the bass, so we pretty heavily chopped all the bass frequencies out of them, and so they are much more kind of all by themselves there. And we, if you put them with the sub, you get a very good. They fit pretty well. Like the sub is here, and then those notes are up here. There's a little bit of overlap on these upper partials, but okay with them being sympathetic there, given that they are on the same pitch. They should be sympathetic, and given the peaks we see there on the span, I do believe they are so. So I didn't mute them, but I just kind of pulled them really far back. Originally it was much more up like this, and it created kind of like this texture over the top of everything that I think it was surprising how muddy, how much that cool synth texture was getting lost. Where now, it comes through a lot more, and the mix I think just feels a little bit more like everything has like a place, and that the bass is, that the sub is really getting to dominate that low end. And then over here, kind of simply, we just muted even the top guys here. These guys are such a loud and all-encompassing sound. So over here we have the vocal going. I just have those mute, so they just kind of drop out, and I really haven't noticed them being gone yet, which is a good sign. That's where they should be, but the vocal is drawing my attention, so I don't notice they're gone. I can really see myself, though, putting like a with those notes in between the spots where the voice is happening, It might be something I do tomorrow. But yeah, messed with those things, tweaked the percussion a little bit, and its mix added some extra shaper box kind of LFO type stuff here to help the kick have some space. There was a little bit of like transience in this little topper here that was clashing with our kick. And now it sounds nice and clean. So yeah, piece is shaping up. Obviously, the next thing that really needs to happen is finishing the piece formally. So hoping to get another stream in, probably not tomorrow, but maybe the day after, or we can just like sit on stream again with people and just finish this in full, at least get it to where it's all done. And then this tinkering is well earned. I feel like this tinkering right now is maybe misplaced when the piece is not programmed out yet, is not formally done. Let's get it formally done, as in getting the form done, and then we'll come back and work on these nuanced details. But still, cool, good day. That's all we have time for today. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.